Hi, this is Neil Kingham here from neilkingham.com, and I'm here to talk to you today about two fantastic Chinese food herbs that you can use to really help to reduce your stress and anxiety levels. Now, these are two things you might not have heard about before, so I'm going to talk you through them, tell you a bit about them and how to use them. So the two things are longan fruit and albizzia flower. Okay, so here's the first one. This is the longan fruit. Now, I don't know how well you can see that there on the camera. Just a dried fruit. The name in Chinese, it's called longan ru, and that means dragon eye flesh. It's quite a nice name, and describes how the fruit looks when it's fresh. Now, we always use them dried for medicinal purposes. And it's actually a relative of the lychee fruit, but quite different in flavour actually. The lychee has this very perfumey kind of taste, but the longan doesn't really have that. Almost actually a slightly smoky taste when it's dried. Now, the longan's traditionally used for all manner of kind of stress and anxiety conditions. Has just a very nice, gentle, kind of calming, relaxing sort of nature, and very useful if you can't sleep, if you have trouble dropping off to sleep, and for sort of overthinking and worrying, and if your mind's constantly racing and you find it hard to switch off, then longan's really useful for that. In Chinese terms, it nourishes heart blood, and so it has this calming, gentle, sort of nourishing, softening, relaxing kind of effect when it comes to our mental and emotional processes. It's quite easy to use. You can either just eat it as it is, just like you might with some dried apricots or something like that, or you can make a really nice tea out of it. If you put some in a pan with some boiling water, then bring it up to a simmer for 15-20 minutes or so, and then you get a really nice fruity flavoured tea that you can have. You can also then eat the fruits, or you could just throw the fruits away and drink the tea. But quite nice to do both actually. So you could easily have a couple of cups of the longan tea per day. That would be fine, or maybe a small handful of the dried fruits would be really good as well. So second one is this. It's kind of a bit hard to see here on the camera. It's just the dried flowers of the albizzia tree. They're called He Huan Hua in Chinese. It's a lovely name. It means conjoined happiness flower. So it gives you a bit of an idea as to what you might use this for. So this one, in Chinese terms, it has the effects of smoothing the flow of qi around the body. So we'd use this for the pattern called liver qi stagnation. Now, the idea is that when we're under stress, our qi stagnates, it gets stuck instead of smoothly circulating around the body. And when our qi gets stuck, the mental effect is that we also get mentally stuck, and we get stuck in a rut, and particularly in that case we find ourselves getting irritable and a bit sort of worked up, a bit tetchy, or even in more extreme cases maybe quite angry. So this is a really good herb for helping us with that, just to help to keep our composure and keep our calm when we're assailed by the sundry stresses and anxieties of life. So again, quite easy to use. Make a tea out of the albizzia flower, and no need to boil this one up either. You just put it in a cup or a mug, boiling water on top, and then just let it steep for a few minutes, and then obviously just drink the liquid. And again, it's quite nice. It's just got a sort of a faint sweetness to it, not a strong flavour actually, so quite easy drinkable. And you could easily have a few cups of the albizzia tea per day. Now, as I say, two quite unusual things. Maybe not the easiest to get hold of, but Certainly the longan fruit you should be able to get from your local Chinese supermarket or Oriental supermarket in its dried form. The albizzia flower, worth trying, but maybe a bit more difficult to get hold of. If you can't find it, then best thing to do is find your local Chinese herbal practitioner or practitioner of Chinese nutritional therapy, and either one of those will definitely be able to help you to get hold of either the longan or the albizzia. Now, the link between what we eat and our mental and emotional states is really important, and I think it's very much overlooked. We don't often think that the things we eat and drink can really affect how we feel in such a big way. In the terms of Chinese medicine, mind and body aren't split the same way as we sometimes do in the West. So we really see this link between what you eat and how you feel mentally and emotionally. And this is something we're going to talk about a lot more, in loads and loads more detail, in the Stress Management Masterclass. But for now, I just wanted to give you these two things. You've got the longan fruit and the albizzia flower, which are really simple, really effective, easy to use. So give them a try, let me know how you get on, and I'll speak to you again soon.